Right then. Make some mouth noise for me. Have you disappeared?
Chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year
What am I doing here? Something. Enterprise, yeah. Here he is. It's going to be reinforcements, isn't it? Apparently, I don't understand letters. R will be down here. Place it in here. Look, hello to anybody who's watching. We're making some actual progress. So, we found one of the problems that we were having is this fine fellow here, the reinforcements ability. So any of the calling abilities that we had on ships, they're a bit of a problem now. Because they work a little bit differently than they used to. So I should probably try and fix them. You can see what happens now, or what used to happen, is we had an ability that spawned ships immediately. Spawn ships at planet, always perform, yakety schmackety, that happened. That no longer works in the way that it used to. So what we've had to do is we've had to create a buff to self, so it spawns a buff to the ship itself. So, and then that buff spawns the ships, which is nice. So we're effectively going to have to recreate that. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this, copy it. Took me a while to work this out with Bane's help. He's around somewhere.
Let's go outside.
There's FBF reinforcements, and what we're effectively going to do is we're going to copy this. FBF ability. Grab these. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs. Copy this bit. Open the new FBuff reinforcements up. Get the spawn ship count as well. Yeah, we did. Right. Delay time's fine as it is. So that effectively should solve most of the problems that we have there. Here we need to get rid of all this. This to implement the fellow here, so we can have an effect if we want it. Right there. And we self instead. Grab this little bit here. Just like that. And of course this is going to change to FBuff reinforcements. That should theoretically primarily now work. There is one other little bit that we need to do here, as you can see. Grab this little bit here. Let me give you a Christmas moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby. Just gonna pop all that in there. Resources must have ship slots. How much as this one is? What I might do is I might stick it underneath so I know what it's gonna cost. So, resource cost, credits, 2,100. That's fine. 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 And then required ship slots. Good thing we checked on it. Hello.
Hello.
We're live.
Are we?
Yeah. Bane's here.
Live what? What are we live in?
We're live in the life. Yeah.
Just live your life. Hey. That was my bad.
It was beautiful.
Question. That was beautiful, wasn't it?
I've never heard anything that I like as much. Never. Not once.
It was good. I think it was good.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Have you considered becoming a professional?
A few times, but sadly I couldn't find an offer that was acceptable to me.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is a little bit.
Turn you up a little bit. You're a little bit higher than I want you to speak. I've never said that before in my life.
I'm sorry.
All right, there you go. You're good now. Okay, so that one should be fixed now. It will be once I put it in. I'll show the gang what happens when we do it right now.
So where are you live? Are you live on Twitch or is this
just on YouTube? Just
on the YouTubes.
Somebody pointed out the other day in one of my streams that I shouldn't multi-stream, and they're quite right. I had a look at the agreement that I have with Twitch, and I'm not supposed to multi-stream. They're quite right about that. It's got to be one or the other, and I think STA3 is more of a YouTube thing than a Twitch thing, at least from things like this. Right, so what currently happens if you play as the Federation, and this is one of the primary reasons the game was crashing after 17 minutes, specifically due to the Klingons, was because many of our ships have call-in abilities for other ships. Kern was the primary antagonist for this one, and that's why the game is crashing.
Yes.
It took us a while to work this out. I didn't work it out until this morning when I jumped into a call with Keith. Yeah. And we started bouncing ideas off each other and came up with it.
That's what we do. But you still didn't pull my fix. I fixed that string error. Understand?
Did you?
Yeah, I did it.
That's nice of you. I'll pull that in a minute.
I can't find this first param spawner error. That's the one that's annoying me.
I think that is to do with this, with all these other spawning errors that we're getting. So I'll work it out. Don't you worry your cotton socks.
All right, okay, I'll just sit here then.
I mean, I might be wrong, but we'll work it out.
I'm blaming you.
It's definitely to do with one of two things. It's either to do with implied ownership or something that is casting an ability that's on delay somewhere. Or at least casting a buff that's on delay dies before the buff happens. Right, so what happens if you are playing as the Feds at the moment is we're going to cheaty doodle, so we're going to change Galaxy, set up quick play, and then we're going to go to this thing. We're going to cancel those guys. Build a load of area stations.
Station complete. Station complete. Station complete.
And hopefully, old sausage breath, there he is, Picard will turn up. So there's Picard. What
Lieutenant,
happens,
open a hailing
it's all
frequency.
fine, you know, you can move him around, but the very moment that you even hover over the fleet calling ability, you get that dynamic vector error. So it's data structures, dynamic vector. You skip it because can't be too bad, and the game crashes. So that's what happens at the moment with Picard's calling ability, and I think that goes for all ships that have calling ability. But we solved it by changing it slightly.
We did do stuff.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy these bad boys. What's up, Belkazi? How you going, my man? Hope you're liking the Christmas theme. I'll actually place the file on the desktop in there. We've got a new file in, so we need to do something about it, which is going to the entity manifest. Going in here. We change the entity manifest.
No.
That's good. And then we'll grab fbuff reinforcements. I bet I've caused some more problems here. Let's not worry about it.
You've broken stuff, haven't you, again?
So, I might have done. Let's see if I can pull your changes without...
Well, it's only a string edit. I've only edited a string.
String it! Yep, added string for listener. There it is. Right, so now we've got our changes in game. Let's see if that solved the error.
If it hasn't, it's your fault.
What do you mean my fault? How could it possibly be my fault?
I don't know.
Nothing is ever my fault. We know there's only one person to... Oh, no, that's something else. That's fine, don't worry about that one. Everything's fine.
You saw nothing.
Did break it. Fine.
Dear.
Someone else's fault.
Deary me. Can't take you anywhere.
This one's not a bad one though. It's alright.
It does tend to help if you name things correctly. I'm just saying.
No, it wasn't a naming issue.
Oh no, I'm just saying though.
I think I missed a line somewhere.
You don't know now, do you? Yeah, I got a fucking glue.
Buggies, mate. Hang on, what's it whinging about? I should probably look.
932
It doesn't like the credit cost.
above credit costs. What would be whatever's above credit costs? Is there supposed to be something else going there? I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
There's nothing here. Oh shit! I know what I've done. Look, I needed this bit. See, it's such an easy thing to miss. Skip all. I like the Christmas theme. I barely want to throw up when I hear it. Alright, bud. It's just a matter of working. I've got to do Denatra as well, haven't I?
You do. And the Borg 7 and 9.
I love a P.
And I don't remember if the Colassian and the Dominion have calling ability. I'm sure they probably do.
Anything that's on a station isn't a problem, it seems. It's better if we test them, though. Let's go. Select file. Federation. More Federation.
Not the Federation.
The Federation. It's insidious.
Are they federated?
Alright, Coffee McDoodle.
I'm sorry!
It's Christmas, you're not supposed to be getting ill.
That's what happens.
And my dad's not very well either. I told you earlier, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Bless him. Hopefully he'll be right as rain tomorrow. I told him he needs to drink loads of water all day today and then he can have a beer tomorrow.
That sounds advice, to be honest with you, isn't it, really?
Well, you know. I'll do my best. But they're intended errors, we don't need to worry about those.
I like the way you called the stream actual progress.
Well, the last one I was streaming for about what 4.5 hours or something ridiculous like that, and I kept getting this crash, and I couldn't work out what the problem was, so I gave up in the end.
So what you're saying, it's my presence here that's helped.
It's not what I'm saying. It's what you might be inferring.
I'm inferring that my presence here may have helped.
Build a load of these bad boys.
Station complete.
Station.
Engage.
Engage. There he is. Where is he?
It was quite funny actually, because me, you, and Maxwell came to kind of the same conclusion, didn't we? That it was.
Merry Christmas, Aiden.
This is Captain Picard of the
Cool-
USS
calling
Enterprise.
abilities.
Alright, so if I
issues.
hover over it now, the game doesn't immediately break. Let's give ourselves a level in it and just hammer it over and over and over.
Game's broken. Just kidding.
They're going to work, or it's not. Hey, look at all these bad boys. So that's now working. We now have lots of Excelsiors, a couple of Norways, and some
Useless.
and an Oberth, because we can.
Couple of useless ships.
Yep.
Couple of useless ships.
Excelsiors are good.
I was all about the Oberth. I love the Oberth. Do you remember I used to
Beginner
moan about
sensor
it
scan.
with the Oberth in? I really want the Oberth in.
So there we go. That is now working. That's lovely. And if we
Status
really want
report.
to have a good time,
Unable
we
to
can
comply.
do this loads of times.
Unable to
Max
comply.
is going, oh god, the
Unable
old
to
model.
comply.
The old model. Why did I never update that?
Unable to comply.
There we
Alert
go.
the crew.
That should be a sufficient number of ships
Engage
to take
engines.
the next gravity well. Oh,
Engage.
there's more coming in. Oh god, there's
All
more coming in.
sections report.
Max is like, I'm going to replace
Planetary
everything
system detected.
Engage engines.
Oh no, don't get no.
Bring all weapons to bear.
Light of the Federation.
Entering coordinates.
Oh, see this?
now. Wiggle. I got the wiggle, yeah?
I hate it. It makes me so angry.
Well, he's like,
Engage engines.
Beautiful. Now what we need to do is
I think you've got a tad too many ships there, bro.
Self-destruct sequence initiated.
I'm just saying.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
The other
Self-destruct
thing, I'm not,
sequence
on a
initiated.
serious note, I'm not sure how we're going to fix these random neutral ones to work in the way that you've done that one.
don't worry, I'll get it sorted. What am I
You
trying to do
say
here?
that,
Shut up.
Really shut up. You shut up. Your face.
I'll never shut up.
Your face.
I'm sure there was something in entity info that allowed me to kill it.
Yes. It's called kill.
Where?
I don't even know. I'm not even. What are you? You're not looking in the right place.
I'm looking at entity info. Okay, no.
Change entity kill.
Change
Yes.
galaxy in it. Change entity. Yeah, sees afterwards. Alright, get rid of all those. Whoa!
Oh my god.
Didn't like that. Yeah,
Good
look,
hard
I know there's problems.
Still hard work.
It doesn't like it when you destroy too much. It has an error. Right. Okay, so that's that done.
You're giving it a headache. That's what you're doing.
Now, what I wanted to do, felt was quite important, is going all entities detected, and then just fast forwarding for a bit to see if we get any new
Engage.
errors.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately.
Processor Ozpin says, "Good morning or good afternoon. Let
Enemy
this be a
vessels
glorious time for
detected.
you." I hope so. If I get past autosave 5, then I know that I've resolved the problem at least for the Federation.
It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but
Any Star Trek New Horizons gameplay when 2.2 is out? Yeah, I think I'll probably have a look.
Yellow alert activated.
this year. It's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how
Uh-oh.
it's supposed to be?
Uh-oh.
Making
Uh-oh.
Christmas
Uh-oh.
I hovered over the Indatars.
I've been on
That was a mistake. That's the one I need to find. That one.
Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our
Oh, I've been trying to find, I should say. And I'm not doing very well at finding.
This is going to crash the game, this.
I reckon that one's going to crash the game.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what we need to do is we need to go for first spawner. Copy. Skip that. Ah. And then what we can do is here, Control F, find in files, first spawner, and we will go to documents, my games. There's going to be so pissing many. Glad Cave Sins with Solar M5. I'm not going to like this at all. 185 dev, STA3 Nemesis, and game info. We'll go in there, and then we'll do find all. This isn't Ages of the Federation, no. Ages of the Federation works as intended. Star Trek Armada 3 hasn't been updated to 1.93 of sins yet. And that's what we're in the process of doing. The mod by itself works because it's got backwards compatibility to 1.92. But given that we need to release a patch, it's better if it's compatible with 1.93 also. Fucking hell. You see this?
I do.
It'll take a minute, this. We've only got 1,351 files to go through.
Yeah. 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 I'm excited.
No schism. Somebody pointed out the other day that streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at once is not something I should be doing, and they're quite right. I had a look at my my agreement with Twitch, and it's doing so. It's got to be one or the other. Oh dear, oh dear. We can probably narrow this down fairly significantly by working out what's on the map at this point. They're not 1,600 issues. The issue just lies in one of those files.
Just one of those files. Somewhere in those files.
Well, probably 2 or 3.
Maybe 6.
The Maquis have got a spawn-in thing going on. The Breen Privateers, Riemann Defectors, Ferengi Alliance, House of Duras. This is what Max is telling me. Max isn't able to join the call at the moment because he's he is kind of semi-listening in on what we're doing, but back and forth because he's got other stuff to do. Star Trek New Horizon is out, plays the Federation, they have the most ships to play. Well, you see what happens when I play as the Federation is... so that in itself could be a bit of a problem. Because I always let the Zindi destroy my homeworld. It's not on purpose, it just happens. I suppose I'll do Denatra next.
Yes.
Art, hero, Denatra, there she is. Warbird wing, I presume?
Yes. That is the ability.
Plays the Fed, you're hard pressed to warmonger. Yeah. I've gone too far. Bad wing, where are you?
You know that search game info bit up there on the right?
No, no.
Just...
I'll find it with my eyes.
If you say so.
What are these? What are these? Why haven't they got an underscore? This looks like a Bane ability.
Why is it necessarily me?
because I know that you did a bunch of abilities like this right before we released, where you were like rushing to get things done, and apparently the underscore cut down on your time by 50%.
Probably.
Okay, fine.
Probably.
I'll use it.
Invert laziness.
Oh, there it is.
It wasn't me.
Let's put that in there.
It wasn't me.
Hashtag blame Tyson. I do. Right, so we'll grab this. We'll copy it. Cheeky choppies like that. Buff. Whoops. Warbird wing. There it is. So now what we need to do is basically just copy all the shite that we've already done. Hey, where'd it go? Let's take a look at the ability Warbird wing. We need to grab all of this. Oh, it's specifically for capital ships. Maybe that causes its own set of problems. I don't know. We'll find out. Grab all of this. Bang that in there. Grab this now. Let's get rid of all these now. Yeah, I think. That looks about right. Effect info, squibbly wobble. That's the official term.
Hashtag blame Gold for not fixing STA3 sooner.
Hey Brian. Happy with this.
To be fair, it's not just Gold's fault. I haven't fixed it either.
Well, none of us have.
Yeah, we can't. None of
It
us
works
have
anyway. I mean,
fixed
as I say, I think the real thing to take away from this is that everybody's wrong and I'm perfect. But apart from that,
I mean, technically the game loads, doesn't it? So that's technically working. I mean, crashing after like 10 minutes, that's just a glitch.
But the thing is, it doesn't crash in its current form. So you'll find that it doesn't crash after 10 minutes, which is nice.
But it does, so doesn't it?
Only for us, not for the
Only for
players.
us. Not for the player.
Nope.
Oh, so why are we fixing everything then?
Because we need to do this update, and we may as well make it forwards compatible. Because we know what will bloody well happen. Look, required capital ship.
What?
Look, this is why. This is why. This is one of the problems.
What?
Look, it's spawning this Warbird ring in.
Yeah.
It doesn't require any slots.
Of course it doesn't.
It needs slots.
Just be silly. Why would it need slots for an ability? It always worked before. Don't judge me.
You know?
It doesn't. It never needed them before.
It needs them.
What do you mean hashtag blame Bane, Max? What? I'll have you know that this is one of Rick's abilities. Thank you.
This is the bloody door. Muy macho, I like it. Alright.
Hash blame Bane. Well, it wouldn't be the first time you blame me for everything. Hashtag bitter.
Looks like it only spawns one from.
Usually true though.
And it's got a minimum flip. I don't understand. I don't understand what you're doing here, man.
Let's not go over your balancing choices, Max. Right? Max balanced is best balanced. Yeah. I was just saying to Chris earlier how great the trade economy in AOTF is at the moment in the beta.
Perfect. What are you talking about? So this particular, it only spawns one ship no matter what we do. Is that something that we want to keep? Do we want 2 Valdors at the end of it?
Yeah, it just spawns that.
Well,
I don't know why we did that. No, I didn't make this one. I actually didn't make this one.
what slot count does what slot count is the Valdor?
Oh no, I know why that is. That's because it can summon up to 3 in at once, depending on the level of the ability.
It doesn't appear to work that way.
Or 2. No, 2. Sorry, 2 at once. The slot count is 30. When it gets to 60, it can spawn 2 at once. That's how Warbird win. Yeah.
Well, random ship count needs to be 2 here. Be 2 here as well then.
Well, it worked before.
Did you say up to 3?
No, 2. We were trying to recreate that cool scene in the actual film. It says don't read it. Yes, it does. Required fleet cap. For fuck's sake. Yes, it does, says Max. Tell him to read this. Tell him to read this. Chris, you should be reading it. Apparently it does require a fleet cap.
Yeah, I know it requires. You need to watch what I'm doing, you pleb. I'm saying right now, the
required ship should be 1, not 3. Oh my god. Yeah, it should be 1. It's 1. There's only 1 ship type being summoned, so it should be 1.
Yeah, but are you sure about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave it at 1.
Because required ship count is the amount of ship.
Yeah, but if it's at level 4 right now.
No. That doesn't apply to that. That's the amount of types, not the amount of ships being spawned. As in, like, you could have like a Valdor, a Buzzard, and something else. That's not the the physical amount of ships that are going to spawn.
That's fine then.
This is what happens when I don't pay attention to what you're doing either.
So that's going to be fine. Theoretically, that should work.
And how is Bane today? Bane is ill. Bane has like a really nasty cough / cold, and that's why my voice sounds a bit strange. Other than that, Bane is awesome.
Am I satisfied with this?
But thank you for asking, Grossart.
We'll see how it works.
Hey Go, I noticed that the moons in TFF are really inconsistent in terms of population. I was wondering if this will be fixed.
No.
They have not completed moon and planetary balancing at this stage, as far as I know.
TFF isn't something that we are concentrating on. It's primarily Nemesis.
Yeah. I don't think actually if there is Christian still doing. I don't know if you're in chat with him still or not.
Well, he was around for a minute, and he said a while back, and he said he'd be around more, and then he was around less. So I don't know.
Okay. That makes no sense.
So we're not sure. I think it's a long and short.
Are we not sure?
No, you're quite right, Max. You were right about what you were saying. We're getting old.
I mean, TFF is all about infinite diversity and infinite combinations and stuff, isn't it? Whereas Nemesis is about shooting your friend in the face. I can't believe you had no rebuttal there. You just let me get away with that.
Huh? I wasn't listening to you. I was busy doing stuff.
I said, whereas Nemesis is about shooting your friend in the face.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. It's all a bit multiplayer, Nemesis. Not that you can't play single player, because you can.
See if that works now. It probably doesn't. I've probably done something wrong, but we'll find.
Oh dear.
Oh, no, did something wrong.
You did something wrong, mate.
All right then. Don't matter as long as I fix it. There it is.
That's not abnormal for you, though, is it? Really?
Shut up and let me love you.
Oh, that's really nice. Kind of, sort of compliment slash insult at the same time.
Alright, so what do you like about that? All ships level count. Hang on, I thought. Uh-oh. A minute ago.
Warm laughter and white smiles, my presents stacked in piles. Take me away.
Oh, I'd replaced the file.
Take me away, Christmas Day.
Merry Golmus, everyone.
Oh, oh, how about you get back to all processing?
Did we have any callings on the Cardassians?
Yes,
What one?
not on their ships. Ooh, Norins on the Titan.
No, they're not. They're not. They're create frigate. They don't
Okay,
spawn in.
okay, that's not so bad.
Dominion.
Dominion. I don't think we did. We've got spawn copies on the cap ship, but I don't think we did. But it's fine. What all you can do, you can go spawn ships at planet. You can do a search in the game info folder.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the easiest way that you can find that.
Oh yeah, that's a good point actually. Why didn't I think of that earlier? So, I knew there was a reason I kept you around.
Oh, you know.
So not just a pretty
Merry
face.
Christmas, Bernie. How you doing today? All girl wants for Christmas is a galore. And an prem.
And a drinking buddy.
Oh yeah. Kessock, sonar, and food. Yeah, you're right, Max. Max is right. Food.
The Kessox and Sona are working now, aren't they?
Yeah, because they're spawned off a station. They're not a problem, apparently. We checked those. That was the first things I checked. Because
Stuff and reason.
I don't care if anything works except for the Cardassians, apparently. Yeah, the starbases aren't a problem, weirdly. They don't mind it being done the old way. It seems to be ships specifically. Merry Christmas, Khan. How you doing today, my man? Okay, so we need to go to this. Prevent anything summoning except for Denmark. Let have a quick play. Build a load of Ministries of War.
Station complete. Station complete. Station complete.
Hopefully Denatra will get shut out of there. There she is.
There's a Denatra.
Alright, so it doesn't crash, which is good. Let's try and
Maintain
spawn
this course.
a Warbird wing. And it has done so. Oh god. Oh god, capital shit ability
What
slot
is it?
full. No, don't. Never click on that ship again.
Yes, Commander.
How are you going to test it?
We cannot,
You
Commander.
can't, you silly lad.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to level 2. Do it again.
Maintain this course.
There you go, it spawned one ship in. We're going to level it again. Check and test, check and test. Spawn again.
Maintain this course.
Gone down to 18, so there you go, it spawned 2 in. And then, of course...
Maintain this course. Maintain this course.
Sure that takes
Maintain
things.
this
Yeah,
course.
it does every time. Ooh! Oh, it's beautiful! And what we'll do is we'll keep smashing the button
Maintain this course.
until there's nothing left.
Maintain this
And
course.
then it doesn't work anymore. Oh my god! Look at my
You've broken
butt.
it.
I'm brilliant at this game. Almost.
Out reporting.
How many waters can you fit in? A gravity well.
Maintain this course.
Maintain this course. Call in. Yeah, you're quite right. Well done.
Yes.
Maintain this course.
Wow, that's a great figure there as well. No, it's not a ship calling.
Maintain this course. Maintain this course.
Magnificent stuff. Right, so I suppose we can do our little Control F now and go with launch ships. Find the foils. Does it know where I want it to do that? Yes, it does. Alright, let's just check everything here. Anyway, that's one of the key reasons for the game crashing. I'm sure there are a lot of other reasons.
We're just not very good at making games.
99 hits for spawn ships at Planet.
Yes! That's because we were masters of spawning ships at planets.
B ability interplexing beacon, that's 7 of 9.
Yeah. Did you do 7 and 9 yet?
No.
Is she next?
The B buff spawn hero 7 of 9 isn't a problem. Ability call in support isn't a problem. Founder protection? What are you attached to? Support Dom Dread. Maybe that works, maybe that doesn't. Founder protection might not work for the support Dread. So do you want to check that one out?
I will check that momentarily.
Reinforcements is fine, we've checked that one. Reinforcement Unionist is fine, we've checked that one. Spawn Conservator. I don't think that one's in use. Spawn Coronos, scoring, yeah, none of those are in use. Which means we could probably remove them from the entity manifest. But anyway,
You're talking about extra work.
hmm?
Removing stuff from entities. What's all this
From
extra
the entity
work?
manifest, yeah. None of those are a problem. Those both work, we've checked those. Okay. What about G buff Borg invasion? That might be a problem now. How is it spawned? Is it spawned off a station? Is it spawned off a ship?
It never worked properly.
Alright, well, let's worry about that one then. I'll have a look at that later.
That's the thing that I should have got working, but I never did get working. And if I had got it working, everybody would have hated me.
None of
Because
those
it would have been
problems. Squadron commander we fixed. Ability Venatic Hunter spawn.
I just, yeah.
Something
that's
that we
the
may want to remove
erosion.
ultimately.
Why would we want to remove it?
Well, because I can actually automatically spawn additional defender ships independent on race now. That's one of the major things that this update does. It allows it allows you to define your outlaw sector ships by who owns the planet and what faction.
Okay.
So it means we basically don't need those anymore because it'll automatically happen if you've got outlaw sectors on.
Well, there you go. But that isn't an outlaw sector fit ability. That's just the neutrals that are militia.
And then we've got the pirate backup one as well.
Yeah. Do you mean like changing the militia so they own the planets?
They don't need to own the planet. They just need to be in orbit around the planet.
All right. Okay.
And it works out via that. Because you can have an unoccupied planet and then still have an owner of a gravity well in the GSD, can't you?
Yes.
Call the Alpha spawn? What's that?
That calls in another fanatic battleship.
Ferengi love Latinum spawn.
That's why everybody loves running into the Herogen, because they cause so many reinforcements.
Nem Kessock Heavy, Nem Kessock Hybrid, Nem Kessock Light. Got spawns there.
Yeah, the neutral ones can call in extra ships.
Oh, the random asteroid.
Ooh. Ooh, yes.
Now, it appears that the random events still work correctly. Do they not?
Well, I think so. But to be fair, there's been so many crashes, it's hard to tell.
Well, do you want to check the random events?
Yeah. Well, I know, you just asked me to do something else a second ago.
Alright, you do something else, I'll check the random events.
No, what was it you asked me to do a second ago?
I've forgotten.
You said check something. And I'm not with it.
I'm not going to do it. Okay, alright. Good to know.
What's that? Is that St. Max books? No, I am going to do. Well, I'm confused.
Right, I'll check the random events.
You should check the random events.
I'll do that now.
I think my food might be cooked. Alright.
I see, he's trying to get out doing any work now, you see. I think my food might be cooked. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Oh.
That's not what's happening at all. Don't pick on me, I'm ill. That's just mean.
Some kind of love, my friend. Pick up some candy canes and hang a wreath on your door. It's Christmas.
Got you down here is playing World of fucking Warships. What's all this about, Bane?
I've got one of Warships open.
Yeah.
I'm not actually like heavily invested. Wow, am I?
Great work, you two, even though you don't remember what you did. Yeah, thanks. That's exactly right, Bruce. That's what we intend to do now.
Bruce, you know us so badly, don't you?
No, he knows us so bloody well.
Yeah, but we're not going to clean up as we go, let's be honest, are we? Are you going to clean up as you go? Are you going to clean up?
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I call bollocks. That's what I say. Absolute bollocks.
One entity? No, that's not right. Where's the random event button? Ah, yeah, P.
What do you mean, where's the random event button?
Yellow alert.
Alright,
Activated.
that one works.
I will.
Asteroid
question you.
works.
Yellow alert. Activated.
Friendly convoy works.
Yellow alert.
Possibly, Max.
Activated.
I don't know. Depends how ill I am. If I get
Yellow
iller,
alert.
iller.
Activated.
If I feel, yeah. Man. Oof, man up. Man up? You man up.
Alright, there's something in the Dishonored Klingon house that it doesn't like. Doesn't crash the game.
Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated.
Get rid of
Yellow
spoiler,
alert.
please.
Activated.
Yeah,
Yellow alert. Activated.
so you want to get rid of all of them. That's what Chris
Yellow
was saying
alert.
earlier, to be fair.
Activated. Yellow alert. 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 Activated.
Yeah, definitely something to do with the Dishonored Klingon house. It doesn't like it at all. Oh, it really doesn't like it.
Base.
Maybe it's Ferengi scavengers.
Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated.
Oh. Doesn't like invaders from another galaxy, whatever they are. Oh, that's because it's stock.
Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated.
Oh, definitely doesn't like something in the Borg invasion. Oh, it really doesn't like something in that.
Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated.
She'll be right back.
Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated. Yellow alert. Activated.
Alright, so what we'll now do is we'll do overrides, all entities detected, and see what kind of absolute buggeration that we've caused. Ah, I got it, sorry.
And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas. And the storm is but as long as you're everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out of nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have.
All happening.
Warp signatures detected.
Really like this version of the really like this texture.
Cabin out of nowhere, just us
Looks like there are no game crashing events for the random events.
Unable to comply.
So I'm going to shield fetch issue for the Echo Battle.
Enemy vessel detected. Red alert. Enemy vessels engaged.
What's going on over there? I'm no pro to so many. This is why I don't like looking, because there are always so many mistakes.
Smoke signatures detected.
Max has got loads and loads of ideas. He thinks a disconnected hive might be an interesting idea for a random faction. Cool. Hello, hello. It appears they're friendly to each other. Right, that's enough of that. Nah, I'm not getting rid of the LSD random event. I'm not doing it. I like it. I think it was quite sweet to just like give a little nod to our fellow mod developers. Nerf it to hell. Oh, it's not that strong. I don't know why everybody thinks it's that strong. Well, it's tough, but it doesn't do that much damage. You just got to wear it down. Anyway, one shot. Should we make it a one shot? Do you think this is unreasonable, folks? Do you think I'm being unreasonable here? Do I ping too much on the server? Is that a thing?
Yes. And I'm back.
Something's tugging at my sleeve. I do believe it's Christmas. It's cold outside.
Here we go. Nemesis Nemesis. Nemesis Station probably is okay. We'll check.
What were you saying? You don't even know what you're saying, do you?
Not really. None of the random events are specifically broken.
Yeah.
There's something, I think, in the Klingon raiding fleet that has an intrinsic ability when it shouldn't.
Did you find the first parameter problem?
No, did I heck? Oh, heck.
Oh, heck. Have you pushed yet?
Oh, Jesus.
Like,
Fuck.
did you remember what you asked me to do? You asked me to do something.
Oh, I can't remember at all.
Was it something to do with the Hirogen?
Probably.
It actually was on a Christmas day. You came out
There we go. Fixie, spawny, shitsy.
Just any Cardassian.
Push.
But she's a traitor, Max.
that led you to me. Now from my love
Pushed.
and a little help from
Oh, there she is.
we've raised our little clan like it's part of a master plan. Still when Christmas has gone and
Traitor.
Oh, let's move that back over there. Oh, off we go. I forgot what I was doing, to be honest.
when Christmas has gone.
Fix that now. A lot of these, it seems we don't have to concern ourselves with. It's just ships calling other ships in.
So, then we need to look at the Hirogen. Did you see the file I sent you?
Can I see the what now?
The file I sent you earlier?
Probably.
That's to know then. So basically, I ignored you, Bane, earlier.
That's the one.
It's mainly to me about World of Warships, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, what I might do is I might see if I can spawn a Hirogen ship on my team, and then ask it to do its. Ugh, you fucking scumbag!
What?
Oh, I heard that. It's fucking, you got snot all over the mic.
No, I didn't. I was just blowing my nose into a tissue.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Sorry. And one not blow their nose anymore.
Absolutely not. Or cough, or
well,
breathe, or eat, or.
Well, you're out of luck because I'm coughing and eating and breathing.
Oh my god, it's all happening.
It's all going in my head.
Every involuntary sound. All happening. Soon he'll be farting.
What? Oh, was there an ISD random event while I was away?
Yeah, yeah.
My good old Imperial Star Destroyer from Ascendancy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it took me ages to code that back in.
AOTF question, which Fed ship are you using for the trade freighter? A J class.
A Jimmy class.
I think it's a J class. False! Y class. Oh, sorry, is the J class the refinery ship?
Just tell me where to go.
No, that's wrong. Born entity. Active player. Frigate. Is it a frigate? Capital shipping.
The Venastic or that.
Oh, bloody hell. Do you know what is a bit of a flagration here?
What?
If I go to Hirogen now for the J, look at that, that's not bloody their ships, is it?
No.
So maybe one thing I need to do is go through the player files and put their correct ships in there so I can actually spawn them with some relative ease.
Just be careful.
You be careful.
Don't want you breaking the game now. Professional stream is professional except for Bane. He gave up on that idea. Yep. I am not a professional streamer. I am just sadly Gold's friend.
Isn't there a button for crash the game here somewhere?
No.
Like spawn every ship. I'm sure there was
Besides, you'd have to look at it this way, Bernie. If I wasn't around, who else would ring Gold to ask him what he's doing in everything in life?
Ah, here we are. G.
I'll tell you who. Just his mum. That is it.
State objective.
He needs me.
If the game doesn't crash now, I'll be absolutely shocked.
I like the fact you're ignoring the fact that I'm saying you need me. And when I'm at his place, I always clean his place as well. I'm very good. Very house trained.
Yeah, you
It drives you nuts. It drives you nuts, doesn't it? You hate when I come over because I clean it. Make them up
Apparently
before.
we need to look at AOTF's GSP and gameplay constants in order to let him fix things.
Who needs to?
We, in general. Max says he doesn't want to do anything because he hates Star Trek Armada 3. He's always hated Star Trek Armada 3. And he hates you. That's the audience.
The outcome of this battle will determine the outcome.
Either
we destroy their invasion
military
forces or they destroy us.
What? Gameplay constant. Send me out.
Alright, so... Oh.
He said no, it's because I'm at work, and then he said some expletive line about you.
He's going to show us how to, apparently. So what do we need to do? Oh, you want us to send you them? Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I can't do that, but you can.
I still think he hates you, though.
I'm pretty sure he's always semi-hated me. Because I'm an annoying
Okay. So,
character.
Galaxy Stereo Def... just contempt, you fucker.
He hates me a little bit just because we're so alike. That's what drives Chris nuts as well. So you and Max are so alike.
You're just as bad as Milby of the Mind Crack team. I don't know who that is. What with you even eating on stream? Except that he does it with a face cam and with lots more subs. Alright, Bernie, I'm not eating.
I'm eating. I'm eating.
It's Bane. As I've said since I met him, Bane is the problem.
I'm the problem.
So step one is very important, says Max. You need to get a hold of yourself. No, that's not what he says. Oh, I need to send you AOTFs. Okay, I can do that.
You didn't really listen, did you, to what he was saying? Sounds like hard work to me.
Just going to pull your changes to AOTF first, in case I send you all ones. Because I know you'll be like, me, if I do it wrong. Oh, you want the player files? You want all of them?
He wants all of the stuff with fins.
Not player,
Go with the
GSD and
stuff.
gameplay constants. That's what I said the last time.
He's not happy.
Max, Max, look, this is what we get from Max. This is the Max commands. Yeah, I have no idea what he's talking about. Something about being scary and ginger, and then
He's talking about me there with the scary and ginger comment, isn't he?
Step 1, very important. You need to send me AOTFs, and he's put spaces in there, so he really fucking means it. GSD and player files. Gameplay constant, not player. Minimum. GSD and gameplay constants, and minute. You sent me A3. You idiot!
You idiot.
Oh. Alright,
I'll
send
me. Boo, 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 boo. That's what he's saying now. He was just got. And he's like, mwag.
There you go. That's ATF songs.
How's he going to show me if he's not here, though? I mean, how's that going to work?
Maybe he's going to take extracts from those files and be like, this is how you do it, you fuck.
Oh, he's typing. Step 1, make sure. Can't make sure of something. All neutrals have player files.
Bernie, everything is about me. No, it's true.
Why am I doing this?
Because you're here.
Step 2, fix GSD for 1.93. Step 2, Sins Archive version 193.
All neutrals have player
Which
files.
means-
I think all of our neutrals have player files.
Which means pretty much everything below NBC
I suppose I could
players,
put I could put a face cam. Let me go and see what my hair looks like today, because I haven't really looked at it. Alright, Bane, you entertain the people while I'm away.
What? How?
With cocaine.
I mean, I'm not really understanding Max's instructions. This is a lot of pressure. So, people. Example, old example. All right, okay. So this is the example. I got you. Right, that's the old one. Right, and the new one is. Just seems incredibly complicated, doesn't it? Really.
Well, I tell you what.
It's not that complicated.
Stream. You work out the code. I'll be back, and then you can tell me all about it.
I see it's not a lot of work. I'll do it. Actually, it's less text. I can see it's less text. I can read. Okay, so step 2. Oh god, there's a step 2. I'll just type I hate you. Stock stuff like Mad Sorry needs to stay. Well, obviously. Obviously. So stuff like the planet item template owner needs to have said race set. What, so you mean the under the condition? Oh, sorry, under the owner bit. Yeah, I see what it says in the. Which refers to the junk at the bottom. Below the MVP players stuff. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Max can't get invoice, Bernie. He is currently, unfortunately, at work. So I get the pleasure of reading his lots of text wall while Chris has disappeared. Yeah.
STA3 fixed.
No.
I hear your reply, so it's me.
Yeah.
I assume yes.
Player type count 23. Player type design name. Yeah. This is why you need to have player file for each races. This seems like a lot of work, Max.
Alright, I'm actually back.
It does seem like a lot of work, Max.
I'll get her done.
I'm not sure I agreed to do this amount of work today.
Come on, it's Christmas, get it done.
He's smacking me now.
There you go, you can have a face cam.
Oh, yay! It's not over. We're on to the gameplay constants part. I'm excited.
The gameplay constants I've already done some of. Which is nice.
Why do you hate me? New outlet stuff, everything below.
Breaking news, Max is a shareholder in Greg's. What? Max can't get invoice, he's very busy at the moment. Doing other stuff.
I already answered that question.
Alright, I'll shut up.
Yeah. Outlaw Sectors Day, it basically works like this. I'm learning, Goal. I'm learning. How about we do a deal, Goal? I'll do... Which one is the least work, actually? The gameplay constants or the GST changes?
Gameplay constants, because the GSD will break if you look at it wrong.
Alright. So, how about you do the GSD and I'll do the... No, that's me. I'll do the GSD.
Well, we've got to do it all at once, really.
Should we do it? 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 Outlaw sector data.
I've done all this. With 2 of the
Yeah,
races.
have you?
Yeah. Look. If we go into Nemesis now, game info, G for gameplay constants. I haven't done it all, admittedly, but I've done 2 of the races already. If I squiddle down to the bottom here, you can see I've done it for 2 of the races. I've done it for the Federation and the Klingon so far, and then we were getting all those crashes, so I got upset.
So it's your fault.
Well, I thought it was because of them, and I got really angry about the whole situation, so I stopped doing any work. But it turns out the crashes were for all sorts of other reasons.
Apparently, you're a liar because you've only done the main races, and it needs an entry for every neutral.
No, look
race,
here,
doesn't it?
yeah, I know it. Yeah, as I say, I've done 2 of them, so he can
I mean,
he
come
can
on.
just copy this and make more.
What do you mean I can copy it? Why am I doing all this?
Well, you're here, aren't you?
I'm doing a GSD, Galaxy, Scenario Def. I hate this. I was supposed to be retired.
Jarrell thinks you should unionise.
Tried that once.
Hang on. You're not allowed. This is the way it works, King. If you turn up and you say you want this and that in the update to STA3, then you're still part of the team. You've done yourself in, mate.
I didn't say that I
You
wanted
said
anything
stuff
in
on the
update.
Discord. You said stuff You said,
I'm
not having that, and if you're not having that, then you're part of the team. It's too late.
just-
No.
I'm not part of Stellar Parallax.
No, it's too late, mate. You're in.
You can't force me back.
Either that or we remove the ISD.
And that's just blackmail. That's just blackmail. That is.
Oh,
Here's my Imperial Star Destroyer.
Oh,
event
speaking
alone.
of... Oh, here we go, look.
Although that wouldn't make Hobbs very happy, would
Blaise
it?
just messaged me back. Blaise just messaged me back, actually, funnily enough. Abilities should always use the always perform trigger type. If you want to use a delay, you should put that into the buff. Okay, that's fine. You should use that on the buff that the ability puts onto the planet. There should be plenty of examples of that pattern. I think Blair's just noting that I'm stupid, which is true. I did a back check, and that same error assertion has been there since forever. Oh, fair enough. So basically, Blair's noting that I'm a dickhead, which is probably accurate.
Did you tell Blair that he broke all our spawning mechanics for ships with his update? You broke everything! Well, we love you, Blair, really. Okay, blackmail. So I'm doing the GST. Did I mention I'm doing the GST now? Actually touching the GST in an intimate way. Cole's ignoring my taunting. difficult in the typing mode. I've got to find the word player. Player. Player type count 26. That's not the one I wanted.
Not over there. That's really nice of him. I mean, considering that Blair is the CEO of Ironclad, I think it's really nice that he bothered coming back to me. I think a lot of company CEOs or game developers, they wouldn't come back at all, would they?
I'd try and ignore you, to be fair, most of the time.
Bane's been drafted. Yeah, that's what's happened. Just
I
join
had
the stream. When do you think the STA3 update will come out? Well, now that Brain's been press ganged.
I freaking hate you guys sometimes. I really do.
Sooner or later, I don't want to give a time on it. It's certainly not going to be over the next couple of days because I'm going to be so smashed tomorrow that I'd do more harm than good if I did any work tomorrow.
How many races were there in STA3 that I need to create?
Better if you don't ask.
I've got 20 at the moment. 20?
Yeah,
20. 20. Oh god.
Max has been nice to you. He thinks you'd break the game less than I would, which I think is highly accurate. So one thing for me to look at now is go to M.
You got to do the other bits, yeah, don't you?
Ability spawn. Orangi trade port, for example. If I look in here, shit, it's create planet module. So it needs to be connected to a buff if I wanted to.
And you're going to create all these player files as well, yeah?
Bob says there are 28 player entity files in Star Trek Armada 3.
28? I've only got 20 in the list of GST anyway, the players.
That could be a problem. Would you like to join a call, Hobbs? What's up, Piston?
We
How
had
you going? That's not true at all, Jarell, but thank you for saying it. Are we going to need the new DLC for the mod to work? No.
Yes. No.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Don't make people buy things unless they buy it from my link, which I'll put down below. No.
Right. So what about these ones here? This is
We
where
suspect that for AOTF to work properly, I think you are going to need that DLC.
So what did
STA3 should be compatible with that. But for AOTF to work properly and to have a fuller experience, we'd really recommend that DLC. It's a good DLC anyway, even for the stock game. So I think it's worth the what is it right now? Like $5?
Something like that.
Oh, God, I've got 28 player files to change as well. Oh,
So does the pirate and beacon ones need? Are they all need converting basically?
Only if they're spawned from ships. Oh, you mean in the GST? Yeah.
All of them. I dislike you very much right now, Max. Cash care? It's just mean. Just mean. So should the player type should always be NPC militia now then, basically. That's what we're saying. die on stream.
I'd prefer it if you didn't. I quite like you. Don't tell yourself that, but you're alright.
Thanks, bro. I have shared my screen with you, by the way, Carl, so you can see what I'm up to. Being nice. It's actually just not that bad because you're just deleting this and then adding that line in.
This is going to be a little bit blurry, folks, and I apologise for that. But hopefully you can see a little bit of what Bane's doing, so I don't have to do anything for a while.
Well, I'm just deleting out these 4 lines and then adding in this line here.
I think you need to add the new player entities as well.
No, you're doing that.
We can't both do things in the same GSD.
What new player entities?
If you've got 20 there and there are 28, as Hobbs says, then there are 8 more players that need to
He's lying. There's not 28.
There are 28 player entity files in Star Trek Armada 3.
Yeah, they're not all active though, are they? Oh, that means I'm gonna have to. Can you find the ones that I've not got?
I suppose.
You tell me which ones I'm missing.
What a fucking liberty.
Yeah, so I've done those and I've edited them.
I can hear a Bane, you can tell.
Can hear a Bane got drafted to edit the GSD and then get blamed when it stops working properly. Yes, he will.
Check and test, my friend. Check and test. Well, you've got all this Militia 1, Militia 2 behaviour, so... Oh. Player Sona.
This is all going to go horribly wrong, I can just tell. How long are we streaming for? Oh, we've been streaming for ages already, it feels like.
1 hour and 27 minutes. 46
I mean, I remember when I thought I was retired. Retired where? Yeah, nice try. Nice try. No, you're not going to bring back max balance. In my dead body.
So are you just doing this in the Militia players, or are you doing it in player?
What? What do you mean, am I just doing it in player? I'm just doing it in the player part.
So not the Militia players?
No, that's where he told me to do it, the player part.
Okay, what about the Militia players part?
I don't know. Are you winding me up now?
No, not at all.
This is the bit he said to replace with the bit. Am I doing it in the wrong place? Because if so... No, Hobbs, we are not removing the Star Destroyer, ever. It took me ages to code in. It's my baby. Go away. David, I remember a time when I used to like you.
Joran Breen Ferengi Gorn, Hirogen Husnok Maki Miradorn, Nausicaa Neutral Orion Pakled, Pirate Rakeli Sheliak Sona Talarian Tamarian Tholian, Zenkethi Tech Loyalist. We don't need to worry about that one. Madborg, Unknown, Borg, Cardassian, Federation, Klingon, or Romulan.
I'm gonna beat you both with a stick. You see this abuse I'm getting, Chris? You see this abuse I'm getting from these two?
We can have a look.
So I've got to remove this auto add militia player count per galaxy 20 and all.
I don't know. I don't know.
Those lines are gone, by the way. NPC mission pack galaxy 5, new line at the bottom of the file. So I remove those two. Is that right?
Cool.
You see that from Hobbs? Pissed on his legacy. That's just. Oh.
Also, there's a player rebel in here that shouldn't be in there at all. Is there? Should we have player rebel? There is no player rebel in the player files. Oh, no, leave it! Max wants it left in there. All right, don't remove that one. But remove it there, yeah? There's also, mind you, there's no occupation player either, and we probably need that for some reason.
I'm well confused. Is he talking to you now? Or is he talking to me? I think he's talking to me.
Also got Mad Vasari.
Your face is a mad for sorry. I'm just gonna carry on, just deleting these 4 lines out, putting this line in.
You want to crash the game, then remove it. That's what I want. You do realise that Mad Vasari, Rebel, and Occupation are necessary, don't you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll just milk my fucking teats in pleasure, shall I?
Are you making changes to the same file? Are you looking at me making changes?
No.
Yeah,
No, it's just Max is giving me shit.
I'm a different player type. Well, no, I didn't know that. Because it didn't say that anywhere, did it?
I show you.
Well, to be fair, a lot's happened since then. Right, show me again. Oh yeah, look, they do. They have a different player type. So all these malicious guys here. Oh, never mind. This is all Chris's fault. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to get roped into this.
Okay, matey. We'll see you a little bit later, Maximus. Cole, if you break stuff, you can text me. He'll be fine. He knows what he's doing.
No, don't. I've not paid any attention to it. You can just send me the RTF GSD in a minute and I'll look at that.
What was I doing?
You were making all the player files that I haven't got.
Oh god, I've got to change. I wasn't making player files. The player files are there. They're not in. What they're not in is the GSD, so you've got to add additional just players in the little GSD segment, based on those that are in the game info folder.
Right, you need to send me the RTF GSD so I can comparisonize it, please.
I can do that. Did you say comparisonize?
Yes, I was being silly.
Okay.
Ooh.
There's the AOTF one.
Yes. Charles, mate.
Anytime.
Wow, this is a really small GSD, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's really nice. It's good. We've basically spent years fucking up our GST. I don't even know how STA3 works with all of this shit.
I think Rick built the GSD in the end, didn't he?
Yep.
And he's surprisingly absent every time I need him to fix it. So it falls to me.
We did add a lot of shit like derelict ships though, so that's that's always going to cause problems. I think I did a lot of this GSD, hence the reason that it's so irrevocably got loads of shit in.
I think everything's your fault. I really do.
Seems reasonable.
Right, so I'm confused here. Here it says auto add players 20, and your one says NPC players 18. So should I change that out?
I've only got a few Discord servers. What are you talking about? Here's mine. Here's Corey's.
Not that you're paying
Parallax,
attention to me,
Tim's,
so I'm just going to do it.
Onco, that he doesn't.
Yeah. Hey?
What do you want?
I've just changed it to NPC players because I'm guessing that had to be done. But you didn't answer, so.
We'll find out.
Where's your beacon shit then? I can't see any.
Beacon shit.
The Mad Vasari / beacon / everything. There it is. Occupation, rebel, pirate.
No beacon shit. It's working as intended.
NPC
That's something
pirate.
I wanted to look at. We still need to work out what's spawning ships and it doesn't have the capacity to spawn ships. Because that's crashing the game. We haven't worked it out.
That's kind of important.
I love modding.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, fix 709's build. Yeah, that was the thing I was supposed to be doing. What's it called? Interplexing beacon or something?
Yes. Yeah. So when I save this GSD, it should all work. Yeah.
There's probably going to be loads of errors, but we can fix them.
I bet it crashes. I'm going to blame you.
Well, we'll have to do stuff in the gameplay constants afterwards, but I'm sure with a fixed GSD I can do it.
That's good.
I won't be surprised when Gil and Payne mess up the code so much that they accidentally create the M5 Multitronic computer. Yeah. This unit must survive. Beep beep.
Oh, he's here. Oh god, he's actually here.
No.
With the microphone.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh god, how do I put you on like phone sensitivity? Oh god.
What do you mean?
Are you riding a bicycle again?
There we go. Now I'm on my phone.
Hello.
Are you bicycle riding while phoning?
No, I'm walking towards the train station, but I mean, it's not that hard to fix a GSD. I mean, it's actually really easy. I mean, come on. I mean, I know you're retired and then you get old and you forget things, and I know you're at that age, but
I could soon grow to really dislike you. Right.
That's how you're retired or not, because if you're retired, then Hobbs and I are just going to do some homework on some good.
If you touch Nemesis, I'm going to fly over to the Netherlands. I'm going to fly to the Netherlands. I'm going to go to Arnhem, and I'm going to find you.
I've got a very small house, mate. Good luck.
Don't underestimate my powers.
Looking for a max in a haystack.
Yeah, there's at least 2 doors in between my house and you.
There can't be that many Max. There can't be many Maximuses in Arnhem.
Actually, I know of at least 5, so
that's all right. I could live with those numbers. I'm sure you're.
By the time you found the first, I would have fled the country.
How was your day, Maximus?
My day has been great. I'm actually going to see my grandmother in a bit. That's why I left work early as well. So.
Well, I'm pretty sure I've broken the game, so this is good.
Yeah. Okay. So what needs to be done? You know that NPC players 18 I sent you?
Yeah.
Right. That's basically under the player themes bit at the close to the bottom of the GSD. That's where all the players and militia files and everything lies. And there was there are 2 lines in between which I told you to delete.
Yes.
Those need to be gone, and that one line that I said needs to be at the bottom of the file needs to be at the bottom of all that. Now, before the game was fixed between like auto add players to the game and that,
Yeah.
that's no longer the case. So it's basically all the NPC type players, including like
the militia.
the races that we have, need to be in that list. But you also need all the neutrals there, because if we don't have all the neutrals there, then the outlaw bits won't work.
Excellent.
Did anybody else get that?
You also need to assign a player file to the GSD. So you know where it says like all the player files, where you assign the entity file to a design name in the GSD. They need to be there as well, or else it won't recognize the player name in the gameplay.constant. So it'll get messed up as well. And I'm not even talking about adding minor factions yet, because that requires a bit more. But the gameplay.constants and GSD are more intertwined now than ever before. So the two files that we both love editing the most are now inexplicably linked.
I'm so excited by this task that I've been set.
Well, could have been worse.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have already removed the Star Destroyer.
Everyone hate my Star Destroyer. I love my Star Destroyer. Right, NPC Pirate Raider, yes. Check. So, one.
So further up in the file, there's like this bit where it says like players, or player groups, or players, something with player at least, where some of the neutrals are in as well. That's also needed for the outlaws, and the reason you need one for every a neutral faction that spawns on the map is because if you don't, then it will pick one from the random pool. So that's what was happening earlier, where Gull had Borg outlaws already set up, and they were spawning on Maquis world. So suddenly you have the Maquis and the Borg working together, which is kind of weird.
They've been assimilated.
Yeah, no. It would mean that the Maquis have captured outlaw ships, or Borg ships.
Well, they could have.
Chances are low, but
It could happen. So according to this, there are 39 players now. If I've counted correctly. NPC players, 39.
Yeah, there should be the Rebel, Occupation, and Madversari are really necessary, because the Madversari one is used for all the roaming random events.
Yep, I think I have them down.
And the Occupation one is needed for Occupation, and the Rebels need for the Occupation Victor, and the Rebel one's needed for
So I've done that. I've done that, and I've changed it to NPC players 39. I've got rid of the two lines in the middle, and at the bottom I've put NPC militia player count for Galaxy 5.
Yeah, I don't know why it's 5. I left it at 5, but
okay. So
I think
now,
they use that for the random NPC names.
What else do I need to do, or is that it done? Is that done?
Yeah, there's player defines as well, a bit further up.
Player defines. Where's that?
I don't know if it's called player defines, but if you search for player in backwards direction, you're gonna be a while, but you're gonna find them. It basically says like Federation is player
type. You mean player type, where it's like design names?
If it just has like Federation and then the entity reference to it, and then the next one, then that's what I mean. That also needs all the neutrals in it.
Yeah, the player type count, Mad Borg, Romulan, Klingon, Federation, Cardassian.
Yeah.
Have you created those? Chris.
What do you want?
Have you created those player types?
Player types?
Use the player files. The player files for each.
Also, they're needed because they determine stuff like the shield color for the neutral faction as well.
There are player files for a lot of random factions. A lot of them.
Right, so currently we have 39
Try
players.
to add them all. Check if they're all there.
Does that mean we need 39 player files if we've got 39 players?
Not for stuff like Madversari and
Rebellion, Occupation.
Right.
Rebellion and Occupation, but for the rest you do.
So take it out away. So actually, Chris, you need to make another 8 player files. Yeah.
If you can tell me what they are, that's fine.
What would be best is if you for said player files, it would be best, especially if I start adding some random minor factions, is for those player files to only contain the ships that the minor faction or random faction will actually use.
So this is the one I've done, Chris, so far.
Hold up. Sorry about that.
Let me bring you back up. Whoop! There it is.
I've sent you the file. So that's what I've done so far. And you can see at the bottom of the file.
I can't see the file because I'm on my phone.
That's right. Well, Chris can see it. When you get home, you can see it. I've made 39.
I won't get home for like later tonight because I'm just gonna head straight to my grandma and
that's cool,
have
my mum.
Christmas dinner there.
Well,
and after that,
this isn't something that needs doing today. We'll just do what we can today.
yes,
and
it
then...
is. I mean, it's doable today. It's. I mean, to be fair, in
Possibly.
AOTF we have a lot less.
Possibly, but yeah, I've only got so much time that I can be here. I need to do other channel-y stuff later on.
Yeah, it's not like Keith and Chris to have a life at all.
Oh, I haven't got a life.
I know you don't, Bane, but.
Oh, that's harsh.
I mean, you've been skipping leg day. That much is obvious.
Oh.
I mean, skinny jeans. Come on, are you 16?
Skinny jeans? What's wrong with my skinny jeans?
Well, your legs look kind of spindly in that.
It's because he's got a phone in his pocket, I reckon.
Nah.
There's definitely something in his pocket, anyway.
You two are just jelly that I am now slimmer than you both.
I'll have you know, I've lost about 2.5 stone.
You have not.
This life.
I've recently lost 5 stones, like a round one, a kind of chiseled one.
When I am super buff in 6 months' time.
We'll still bully you. Any further questions?
You know, it doesn't matter how buff you are if you keep messing up the GSD.
Lucian says, when you came in and started chatting, I said, did anybody get that? Lucian says, is this going to be in the test? I didn't study.
Yes, it is.
Oh dear. Again, I remind you all of Riker explaining the flub drive to the Ferengi. Oh dear.
But Bane, if you have time later tonight, I could go through the GSD with you because with the two of us we could just shoot that out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Well, I said part of it.
I can show you the basics of setting up a minor faction. It's basically the same. You add a player type to the GSD, and you refer back to that in the gameplay.constants, and then it basically the minor factions spawn in a way where they capture where the minor factions are spawned across a percentage of colonizable worlds in the game.
Usually about 2.5%, I think, in stock or something.
25 actually, 0.25.
So in 6 months' time, do you reckon Blair's going to release another DLC and I'll have to do more work?
We'll find
I can't
out.
talk about that. I can neither confirm nor deny anything of that sort.
Another thing that I might spend a little bit of time doing is going through the pre-existing player files and putting some corrected ships in there.
Yeah, they need the proper ship entity references. I think at least they do for the
minor factions.
Yeah.
So,
as for
I might spend a bit of time doing that. I won't do it today.
As for ship type and station type reuse, I might possibly only do some minor factions where we at least have a shipyard or something for them, or at least 1 or 2 stations.
Well, there's some things that we already have shipyards that we can use for, like you were talking about, like the Federation shipbreakers.
Yeah. For example, yeah, we could do like
We
a
could
surplus
just
depot
use
where
the
you could
surplus
buy some
depot
old
for
fed
that, no
ships.
You should be fearful, Jarrell, if Max gets max balance stuff.
Max Balance is famous throughout the 7 universes.
Max balance scares me.
It's one of the 7 deadly sins. But yeah, that's I mean, it's something we definitely need to look into, getting it working. I mean, I feel like if I felt like skipping on the minor factions on A3, but I mean, considering they're relatively low effort to add.
Well, A3 is still very, very popular.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
there's a
because
reason we
it's
got
our
Mod
flagship
again,
product
Mod
at the
of the
moment.
Year.
It's the only one we got released. I think it's worth putting a little bit of effort into. As long as we don't have to do loads and loads and loads, and we're not like rehashing a load of old stuff, it's fine, isn't it?
Well, I mean, we can remove some of the more glitchy stuff from A3, like the neutrally spawned, like shipyards can get removed.
I think that was my point with A3. I think that's a very good idea for us to do, because as much as I like those neutral spawn things, we can have exactly the same impact by putting a neutral faction in with a couple of research stations as we could with capturing an independent research station. So, It's yin and yang. You'll get the same impact and the same effect, the same feel, I suppose, from it.
Oh, by the way, Gol, you will need to fix the goodwill ability.
Yeah, okay, I'll have a look at that in a bit.
That one's not that big of a deal. It's just changing the how it works.
Yes, I did. I actually spoke about that earlier, Lucian.
Did
you hear
you?
that?
Yes, we can. Hear the train.
But as I say, I mean, if you want to talk to me about things like that, you should do so privately. Thank you very much, Lucian.
All right, Chris. Now you tell me what was just said.
I was talking about the Twitch affiliate frequently asked questions.
Oh.
It's something I noted at the start of this stream. It appears that Twitch likes you to have 24 hours of exclusivity with anything that you put on Twitch. So it's more a case of streaming for one or the other for me. Something I didn't realise before. I mean, I do a lot of Twitch exclusive streams anyway, but it's more of an enforced thing in the agreement, which I probably glossed over and didn't read. They just said, "Would you like some money?" And I said, "Yes, I would."
Again, the aforementioned food issues.
I'd love some money.
Let's just see if that works.
Well, Keith, if you want some good money, come live in the Netherlands, mate. There's plenty of IT jobs.
Tempted.
So, you know, honestly, I'm genuinely serious. There's so much IT jobs that they're looking for, so many IT people they're looking for here. It's insane. Plus, if I'm annoying, you could actually smack me in the face. Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, it's been very quiet.
Sorry, it's because I'm suddenly concentrating.
Well, I was saying something to Bane, but he didn't reply.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, if you want another IT job, move to the Netherlands.
I did reply. I said
didn't hear you
tempting.
Tempting? Oh, really? Well, there's a lot of jobs, like I said, and pays good. Plus, every kind of thing you want to get, any type of course or whatever, they'll pay for it. So you get paid to study.
I'm waiting for some replies to some job applications that I've made here. So I will see how that. Well, there is something to be said for working in London.
Ooh. To be fair, the price of living is better over here, though.
Yeah, there is that.
Let's see if I can get a spot in this train.
Plus, with my British charm, you know.
Is that what we call it?
I like to think so.
Alright.
Beard's getting unnecessarily long. I'm getting a soup strainer. I don't like it.
Right, guys, I'm gonna head off. I'll see you guys later tonight.
All right, man.
Enjoy your meal.
Pleasure talking to you. If I don't talk to you later, Merry Christmas.
All right, you too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
He's just in the bog. Guess what?
Yeah?
I done broke the game with the GSD update.
What kind of whinging has it got?
I cannot. Well, I'll tell you in a second when it stops whinging. So I thought we had to remove that. Oh.
Did you put the 193 thing right at the top? Didn't. It's not gonna.
Well, your face.
Saying.
Station construction.
Basil's making himself a hot drink without
Location invalid.
I have now done the thing that you said I should have done. Will that fix my error? I don't think you will. We'll see. Ooh.
State new directive.
I am 7 of 9. We are bored.
Look, interplexy beacons everywhere. Yeah, I broke it.
What kind of errors are you getting?
Basically does not. Hang on, I need to save and send this version to you.
Don't send me broken versions.
Well, I'm gonna. How are you gonna look at it? It does broken the file.
Alright, what kind of errors does it come up with? Come on, start it.
What do you mean? Hang on, I'm just opening your file again. It's just crashing to the desktop at the moment. Oh, I see why. Star type count. I've accidentally deleted the star type count because I'm an idiot.
What caused the problem?
State your
Star
intent.
type count. Let's try again. You're just having loads of fun playing. I see what you're doing.
Okay, that works. I'll push this change as well.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 Well, it loads, but there are loads of GST errors now.
Okay, let's take a look at what they are.
Okay.
Not showing.
Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll load the game again. Yeah. I think because some of player files don't exist. That's your one, so ignore that.
Didn't develop this error.
You developed the error. It's your fault. Alright, so that's complaining about the theme group on line 7254. That's probably a mistake I've made somehow. Yes, I have made a mistake. Have I?
Yeah, should be something additional, or
Should there?
said something about theme group tech. Let's see what the error says itself. Left, left, left.
Player type. Label player type.
There should be a player type in there.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah.
And unfortunately, there seem to be lots of the same error in the same places.
Yes, I can see it. I may have made a mistake.
We all do. We all do. Not a biggie.
Actually, it's only two. It's only two of those.
Oh, it's not so bad.
Right, let's just get that one. 17.
I'm just dancing along to Christmas tunes now, that's it.
Yeah, just skip all.
It's going to take 3 days.
Break.
Oh no, hang on,
break,
it's
break,
quite close.
break.
File front end. Why don't you like that?
The game still loads, though.
Yeah, I know, but if we try and go into a map, it'll be like...
Like, what have you done?
Maybe we should try and go into a map and see what it does.
How about let's not do that? And just
No,
we
need to.
How about we fix the error
Also,
first?
they're not NPCs, are they? The players. So, like, kind of simple.
Yeah, I'm copying.
But they're not NPCs.
You're an NPC. Sure one. This is what Max sent me. Look. Oh look, NPC militia, NPC militia, NPC militia. See,
Yeah, some of them are, but what about the player UFP, for example? I'll be towards the top. Right?
Yeah, I haven't done none of those. This is the NPC players bit.
Oh,
I'm
that's
doing.
fine then.
Yeah, try and confuse me. 7532.
Wasn't it like that?
NPC militia player count per galaxy.
Still wants that then. Is the player count at the top correct?
Well, no, because I counted the amount of players and then added it up, but it's now saying.
Would you do me a favour and scroll right to the top of the file?
You?
Oh no, you got that in there.
What's it? But he doesn't like these militia units here.
So, all right. Are they in Max's file? I should have a look.
Negatory, they are not.
That could be.
I could remove them.
Right. NPC is not professionally capable. Thanks, Joel. Honestly, you see the amount of effort that we go to in order to try and do this kind of stuff for you guys, and all we get is jip.
Right, then I need to do a count. That'll drastically. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 20.
I'm going to need to put some more in because there are more player files than that.
No. Let's try again.
It's shit with love.
I was going to work out today. Instead, I'm here. Okay. I just
At least put an enter at the end of it. Jesus! But if that's the worst error that we get, then it's brilliant.
It won't be.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh, that's because we've got a player file. No, we have got a player 9 file.
No, is the race name? Race name not found. That's not.
Where does that live?
Don't know. We'll store that one. Oh, Zirconian.
That may be. No, there are player files.
What? There's a player file for an Idril.
Oh,
Are you sure? Are you sure? And the Kessop.
Definitely for the Kessop. There's definitely one for the Husnock because I made them the other day.
Galaxy Generator, M Cruiser Code, missing player, index 1.
It looks like we haven't got Zalconian. No, we haven't got a Zalconian. But the Husnock one's here. I put it in the other day. You removed it? I put Husnock in. Oh, here it is.
And then it loads. That's the only errors. Look at that.
Yeah, but try and go into a match.
Fine, I will. There you go.
This is going to go very wrong very fast.
But look, there's only those errors. So if you sort those design name, I don't know why. Actually, I do know the race names. It's the race name, isn't it? Look, see, the game's working fine. No reason to be concerned. Ignore that not responding loading bug. Oh, failed to create NPC player, race name not found, Hustler. Failed to create Zirconian, Idril, Kessok. See, it's fine. See, the game's loaded fine.
Waiting for CTD, waiting for CTD, waiting for CTD. Yeah, okay,
We need to find that error. We need to find that error.
We'll find it, we'll find it. And you do
Oh,
all
look,
entities.
look, the game's loaded. The
Do all
game's
entities,
loaded.
do all entities detected?
No.
Yes.
I don't want to. Fine. There you go.
Okay, so what kind of defenders do we have around planets? Okay, so there's nothing. What about that planet directly above? What's going on with that? Why has it got a station?
Where?
It's got a station in it. What is that station?
What station?
Oh, look. You see the bottom bar on that. What is it?
What bottom bar? What are you on about?
Oh, buddy. Either of the shattered moons, it's got a bar at the bottom which has got something in it. What?
Oh, you mean this
the Ferengi
trade
trade
port?
port.
Here. This
Well,
one.
it's owned by the Ferengi. How useful.
Yeah.
Can you do a vast map for me? Vast random.
Why would I do that?
Because
how does that help me prove you wrong? It's fine. I'll fix the game.
Pirates
Good
are
job,
correct.
Sam.
No, let me see. Let me see the defenders.
God damn it. Right, listen, like Mirador here.
Okay, Mirador
Oh,
there.
sorry, Macan, and there's some Maquis there. And over here we got some
They're soon to be dead. Nothing to worry about.
Children of Tama. There's some Folians. Some freighters.
They're all
doing
kind of
freighter
working.
Yeah. They're all doing their thing. There's some more
Maquis?
Marquis there.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. And then there's some Gentak police frigates over here. Wait. Doing stuff. So there you go. All right, King.
Now, Vast.
What?
Do a Vast map.
It's gonna get very annoying, isn't it?
I know textures. How are you? That's not bad so far.
Fleet points used. God damn it!
Right. It's going to be missing. It's not many.
Nothing's missing in the defender. I don't know what you're on about. I see no empty gravity wells anywhere.
Keep your hovering over on things and we'll see what we find.
Ferengi.
Very good.
Ferengi. Children of Tama. Oh, maybe Sona.
That's a planet.
Sarconia. Oh, look, Breen. Where would we find the Herogen?
I don't think we've set them up to be correct defenders. The things that are very, very rare at the moment that I think need to be a little bit more common in the GSD.
The Herogen aren't set up, are they?
Yeah, the Herogen aren't set up correctly, and the Idril seems to be extremely rare as well.
Yeah.
And the Husnok.
Yeah.
They're the three races that aren't very well represented.
I think we're good though.
Well, it's not crashing the game, and that's a big deal.
Right, so you just need to fix those areas now, mate, and we're good. Have
Alright,
fun!
Alright, pull and push.
Alright, deal.
Holy crap, is that Bane I hear? It is Beskar.
Bane is here. Cool. We have pulled. Push.
So, I suppose the next question here is, if we're going to do this with the minor races, do we think it's worth me stripping out those capturable stations now?
How about you don't and then do it later? That's my view.
Stripping those out entirely might just...
Draconis is online!
It might just resolve some of the errors that we're currently getting.
I'm going to add him. Hello, Mr. Rick. Welcome to the live stream.
Hello.
You should probably warn them about that, really. Would have been nice.
Should warn him about that. Hello, Mr. Rick. Welcome to the live stream. The STA3 be a bit broken, didn't Mr. Draconis?
Yeah, because of the
DLC
updates. Yeah.
Yes. Me and Mr. Gull here have been desperately trying to fix all of the issues and miserably failing to fix all of the... Have we fixed the issues, Chris? We haven't fixed the issues, have we?
Some.
Have we fixed them? Some.
But we still need to work out what that spawn error is, because that does crash the game.
Yeah, we've got this spawn error, Rick. I don't know if you want to help us look at it or not. It's up to you.
I can probably take a look.
Yes! Yes!
So we're having some thoughts regarding removing the spawn-in stations and putting them back in as minor races.
That sounds like a interesting plan.
Well, I think that'll solve some of the errors that we're now getting. Because what the game doesn't like now is, you know how you used to be able to do a ability on delay?
Yes.
The game doesn't like that at all anymore. It throws loads of errors. It doesn't crash the game, but I don't want the errors.
So, like, do you mean like every ability that has an on delay? Or?
I've fixed them all, don't worry. So, you can transfer any, if you want a delay on something, what you can do is you can transfer it into the attendant buff, if there's an attendant buff. So just as an example, if you had say, ability spawn ships, what you do is you create a different, you create a buff. So it's cast buff on self, this is this buff, and then the buff can have a delay in. But all of that more or less is fixed. We've started making some changes to the GSD, which is making it look a little bit sausagey at the moment. We'll fix that though.
There's this fleet point thing I can't find, and Chris hasn't had to find Rick when you load in. You'll see it in a second. It's something to do with fleet spawn points, and it always appears right at the start.
Would you mind actually, when you get that error, would you mind pasting it into the chat? Because what I might do to be a cheeky little sausage is send it to Blair.
Yeah, there you go. There it is in the chat.
Because he'll be like, he'll basically call me a dickhead again. But when he calls me a dickhead, he at least tells me how to fix things.
A true victory is to
Oh,
make
Beskar,
your
thank you so much for the $5. That's really lovely. Thank you so much for updating my favorite. I'm gonna have to buy you a beer now, aren't I, babe? And maybe even you, Draconis.
Knowledge,
Yeah.
Bit of a long way to travel.
So we are still. Are we still getting crashes though? We are still getting crashes.
Oh, we will. Yeah, after about 15 minutes. Deal. And it's that spawn thing. So if you let the game run for about 10-15 minutes, 8 times speed.
Okay, so it still crashes always, say 3 every time.
Between 3 and 4 for me.
I'm up to 1.
It depends on what your autosave is set at. Mine's set for 5 minutes in dev mode.
Mine's set for 5 minutes. Gloriously waiting. Oh, I saved 2. Wait for it. We had to change all the hero calling abilities as well, Rick.
Oh.
They changed the way callings work so it causes crashes if you do it with the way we were doing it. At least you have to go through like 7 of 9 and Arch. Oh no, the Mondors are here. Interestingly, Mr. Gull is no longer crashing. Alright, maybe I said that too soon. What's this one? Vector 3 is normalised. That sounds like a calling ability again, doesn't it?
That doesn't sound like too much of a problem there. I wouldn't concern yourself with that. That's not a crash.
No. Well, it's gone past, what I say, 4.
Keep going.
What I say 5.
You on a vast map?
I'm on a medium-sized map, so it's reasonably decent.
Progress.
And there's a lot of ships around. Dear God. So, I say 7 now, Mr. Goal.
Have you pushed your changes?
Yes, I did. You mean we've made STA3 semi-playable? What, I say 8?
Playable enough. Galaxy shizzle my nizzle, really.
That was a appropriate update name for the update that I just did.
Is it plausible that the reason that it's no longer crashing is because the Hirogen are no longer in the spawn listings, nor is the Husnock, nor are the Kessock, and as a result of that, because the players they're not spawning at all, and ergo whatever was crashing them was one of those races, maybe.
Well, no, because the SFC pirates and the Orions use exactly the same buff chain to put in their reinforcement ships. That could mean though that they're not on this map.
Maybe it was the Zalconians.
Could be the Zalconians.
Arcs. Don't forget to nerf the Rummies. They're only a problem once they get to like level 6 or 7.
They've had changes already.
And I believe that Caesar's made a lot of changes to them all.
We have made changes. We.
Oh, were you involved?
Proverbial. Yes, me, Caesar, and Rick sat down. We discussed. We amended some things.
Max talking.
Oh look. Yeah, this is going well. We're getting lots of random events spawning now and fun stuff and.
So how are you? Have you been well?
Yeah, I've been well. It's been busy.
Well, you got a couple of days off now, I hope.
Yeah, for the holidays.
Good stuff.
Nice.
We should try a different map.
Yeah, I'm doing a vast one now. You going to do anything nice with it at all? That's for you, Rick.
Oh, yeah. Just celebrating with family and
good.
Probably gonna
They're all missing player indexes because they're trying to spawn. Look at that, we're gonna have loads of empty ones here.
I cannot be held responsible for this. Yes, I can, I suppose, a little bit.
Coming in for the thumbs up. What's up, Justin? How you going?
Right. I'm up to what I say 15, so I think that's a pretty good.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, we'll see. We never got to that. We were crashing at 3 and 4, like regularly, and now.
New one that we don't like. Oh, I just put that in the chat. Sorry, folks. Got build mod. Yes, I know. I know.
What do you know, bro? What do you know?
Loads of stuff. Okay, so we've got the Class M Ancient, which is currently unoccupied.
It's your fault.
That's Husnock. Whoa, there we go. That crashed.
Well, you see, if you will have missing races, then what do you expect to happen? You know, that's. I'm just gonna keep quiet. That sounds like a good idea.
That seems like it was one of the spawning stations. Build modules Planet AI. First spawner is null. Player equals null means there wasn't a player attached to the ship. Ergo, it didn't know what it was trying to spawn, or at least it didn't know who was trying to own what it was trying to spawn. And it wanted us to know that it hated us.
Well, how do I
Does
fix
he
these
know
missing...
it's Christmas time at all?
How do I fix this missing Kessock stuff?
Maybe you need to make a play file.
I thought you said there was one for the Kessock.
Oh, there was. Might be wrong.
Are you lying to me? You are, aren't you? Why did you do this?
There is no.
Why
Husnock
can't you
one.
just be truthful?
There is a
Oh
Husnock
my
one.
god! And there's a Herosian one as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
So why is it having an issue about the Herosian one? Isn't it supposed to be saying it links the two files together, isn't there?
Yeah, probably somewhere.
About as helpful as a chocolate teapot, you know that, don't you?
Love you too.
No, that's not. Override race name Husnock, player Husnock. So why are they not linked?
Capitalization?
No, because they're called Husnock.
I think Ghost says, "Hey girl, what do you think of the Dominion playable character in Star Trek Online?" I think it was kind of a worthless gimmick, to be honest with you. If they created a whole third faction in Star Trek Online, then that's something I could really get behind. But what they've actually done is they've basically done a carbon copy of the Romulans and sold it to you. Yeah, there are some nice, pretty ships in there, but is it really anything? I don't know. That's not true. It's worth something, of course. But as I say, it doesn't contain any real gameplay changes. Would it be possible to bring back some previous maps? There was one map called Cerberus that you liked playing. Cerberus might be a stock game one. I'm not sure.
No, it's one of ours. We got rid of it though, I think.
Oh, what do we do that for?
I think it was incompatible with TFF at the time. Should the... maybe. Need to have a look at another one.
There's a feeling I remember from the time when I was young.
I can't understand why or how these link. They link right through, right?
Is it because they've got an override race name and we haven't provided the race name? IDS scenario player name Kessock.
Oh yeah, well, in the Galaxy scenario itself.
Just as an example, do we actually have that in the string file?
No, I don't think that's the issue, but you've just caught my brain onto something else. There was another player type here. And I think this is it.
Right, what is it you got?
Under the player type count. Shouldn't there be one for the Kessock and stuff here?
Yeah.
Under the player type. I'm just going to go with a yes.
Theme group PC.
Now, if you look at my screen. Player Kessock, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, we will need to create a player file for them then. Haven't got one.
Yep, so I'm going to let you do that. While I fix these.
The Herosian one should work though, because I made the Herosian one.
Well, it's not fucking working. What was the other one? Was it the Zirconians? They don't have one either. I seem to remember earlier in the stream me asking you to do this. I said, Chris, can you create the player files?
I made that.
audacity. See, look, design name Husnock, race name Husnock. Right, so I think it's this bit here.
Is the Hirogen one still in there?
Yeah.
What about the
other one?
Husnock does have a player file though.
Yeah, but I didn't have any player types in here, so I've just added
Oh, okay.
3 more player types to make 29 player types. I'm not showing this will fix it, but I do know they have to be there, because Max was saying earlier. That they have to be in that section as well, otherwise they won't work.
That looks encouraging.
So it's got an issue with the Husnock, but you can't find the player files because they don't exist, I'm guessing. So I think we need player files for each one, right?
Yeah, but it's still got an issue with the Husnock though. That's something that we need to look into as to why.
Where's the Husnock? The Husnock aren't in this list either, are they?
Should be. Because I think I put them in. I put them in and then I reverted it because it didn't fix it. I put them in.
Yeah, they're not.
Also, are you sure it's 29?
I will count manually in a second. 1.
Alright, Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. No, we're just kind of coding today, so you haven't missed anything important. Unless you're interested in coding, and or just chatting. And we're always here to answer questions that we can answer. Can't wait for ATF, looks dope. Yeah, it looks really, it looks decent. Okay, so we've got that in. Let's see what it does now. I'll create the player files in a minute. Basically, I'll just copy an existing one.
That's what I thought you did.
Ooh, a bit of a headache now.
Invalid identity definitely black Catholic. Well, the Husnock one has disappeared, mate, since doing that.
Push your changes and I'll make the player files.
Awesomeness. Yeah, we're getting there. We're cooking on gas now.
Erosion, we'll grab you. Does the new update offer any new tools or optimization or options for AOTF? Yeah, it does, very much so. The new update, we're going to be incorporating minor factions into it, so you'll have minor factions that you could, for example, buy ships from. A good example of that would be...
Ferengi.
Ferengi aren't in AOTF.
Well, that sucks then, doesn't it?
Oh, they are in AOTF, they've just got rid of I think we'll have buying and selling resources for Ferengi, probably. The Andorians, you could, for example, buy Andorian ships. That'd be cool.
Push.
We pushed.
Yep. Still having issues with your Git, Rick?
Yeah.
More shizzle, okay. Right, so what players are we missing? Oh, actually, that doesn't matter.
Falconian. Hasnock's done now. Falconian, Kessock, and what was the last one? Hang on, let me load the game again. Falconian and Kessock were one. Big drill. It's just Falconian, Idra, and Kessock, it seems.
Unsupported entity ref, M. Cruiser Zalconian.
Yeah.
Or missing player index, so.
I think that's a planet template problem, isn't it? They're missing.
Probably.
2 seconds, be right back.
Warp signatures detected.
Rocket Slim says, working in the IT healthcare, working IT in the healthcare industry. Well. Well, good on you, my man.
Has returned. Yeah.
Fluff, 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 fluff.
What she said?
Oh, it's because I put a CK.
Are you forgetting how to spell again?
I was thinking Husnock. Why did no one tell me?
Well, I was AFK, so it's not my fault, is it?
That's talking about the stream.
You got to change the phone. Yeah,
doing it!
I'm saying you haven't. It still says Kessock. I'm just making.
Maybe I was just thinking about socks.
Don't delete it. Oh, jeez. Hard work. All you got to do is get this working. It's not hard, is it?
Also says, got what I think I want to do for the rest of my day or evening. Doubt the parents will want to watch a movie or two. Other than that, I think I might have to watch.
You might have to watch
I'm thinking it's a good day for Flight of the Navigator.
Have you not watched Die Hard yet?
Not yet, no, that's for tomorrow. Christmas Day.
I already watched it. It had to be done. It was a Christmas movie time.
That seemed a lot more encouraging.
That did seem encouraging. It seemed as almost as if there were no errors. So if this works, we can just release STA3. We're done, right?
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's it. No more fixes needed, everyone. Good news, everyone. Good news, everyone. It's working.
We also need to rationalise the planetary defenders. Make sure that they're of the correct race, correct faction. That's
To be honest with you,
that's more
I blame
GSD
Rick
bollocks.
for this.
Most of it's done, I think. Most of it's okay.
I think it's Rick's fault.
Probably true.
Rick did most of the militia setups in A3. It's all his fault.
Most of them work as intended.
I did Dolph the work.
He did all of it. Yeah, he designed the whole mod. Really, we were just idle
Tagalongs.
Tagalongs. Yeah.
It's just me and you tonight, and I'm yours. We'll become our happy place.
You should just live your life.
This December will be the best, I'm pretty sure. And I am truly yours in every way.
So this is going to be the next big problem. Build plot it modules AI.
Alright.
With them now. There's lots of them now. These weren't coming up before, but now they are. Maybe it's because of implied ownership. Oh.
You shall not escape. Is it because we're giving them a faction now and so they want to build the stations? I don't understand why those errors are coming up. This is from your build system, isn't it?
Possibly? No,
you-
because it's built, look.
Okay.
Oh, but it doesn't know who owns it. Yeah, so it's from my build system.
Yeah, so it's true. Can you quickly push your changes anyway, so I can, me and Rick can just grab the latest version?
Yeah, I will do in a minute. I'm just looking around to see what I see. If I can find a Class M Ancient and it's actually got fucking ships around it.
Oh look, it's a house nut warship.
Ooh, listen. Oh, lovely.
You mean making the Hasnot files worked and making the references worked? Amazing! Amazing teamwork! Hell yeah! I think this is the most productive development time we've had in a while, my friend. Bouncing off each other for the last few hours.
Giggity.
Giggity.
All
All that hard work. I don't know what all the fuss was about. I mean, Max was trying to make out like it was a load of work, but look what we've done it, you know. It's not a lot of work.
There we go. Pushed.
I shall pause, Ted, folks.
So I suppose my next real job is to remove all of the spawning stations. That's going to mean GSD work.
Well, is it crashing the game though?
Not initially, but it might do after a while.
Well, do you want to check before you do all that work?
Well, it needs to be done anyway, really. If we're going to replace them with...
We still haven't found this F spawn error, have we?
And a load more errors come up now.
Excellent.
Possibly because those particular ships don't have players associated with them, because that particular planet type isn't already owned by a player.
I love DLC. I told you that, right?
So I think that might be the core issue, mate.
You know it's Christmas.
You might be the core issue.
Snow starts to fall. Then you know it's Christmas for the children above all.
Da-na-na. Da-da-na-na.
Christmas, 'cause Santa's on his way. We stand alert.
So did you both play the new expansion or DLC?
Yeah, it's quite good.
The joyful times we witness
Yeah, it's quite good.
forever stays with us.
Did they, since they made the new minor factions, did they also change the outlaw stuff?
A little bit.
Were they, instead of just one race of outlaws, that they separated them?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that we're bothering to do all this. So, like, outlaw ships that spawn in will now be reflective of the race that owns the gravity well.
Right, that's good. That's
Yeah,
kind of what our initial plan was.
Yeah, it's what we wanted to do, and it does mean that we can take off all those additional spawn abilities from ships.
Well, yes and no.
I think yes.
No.
Because what we're doing
I
is
think-
we're bloating the mod unnecessarily now because we've already got an inbuilt function for it.
Yeah, but wait. Some of them work a certain way because right. So they call in the alpha for fluff reasons when their ships start getting really damaged.
Oh wow, that was an immediate crash.
What did you do then?
Read the game.
Sure, it's not just you. Speeding the game up too fast.
Try it again.
I'm gonna run fast as well.
I think Vast is the only way to make sure that we get all of the gravity well done. That's why I do it.
Oh, the first error message that pops up, by the way, we can't change, can we, Chris?
Yeah, because it's to do with the spawning stations, and if I get rid of those, then it's gone.
Oh yeah, we can change it. Chris has just got to get off his ass and do some work. Stop being so lazy, Chris. Come on. Stop to it.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Alright, let's see this crash.
Has CBS Paramount ever sued a game modder for a Star Trek mod? Thought it was fan films pocketing donations to set up a studio that really got on their nerves. I think people making anything that competes gets on their nerves. The reason that Stage 9 was shut down is because there was an active competitor in the market, specifically Bridge Crew. I make the mistake now. I didn't get a crash that time. Well, the game hates me though for what I'm doing.
Yeah, I crashed. Not completely out of the woods yet. But I didn't get an error message when I crashed, I just crashed.
Enemy vessels detected.
Well, the abandoned shipyard isn't. That didn't spawn correctly. Probably because it didn't have ownership. However, the regular outpost did. Oh, and this one did. Maritime strip ship. Ah. Broken ships. They're spawning. To my understanding, Stage 9 didn't charge for anything.
Yellow alert activated. Enemy vessels detected.
Stage 9, to my understanding, it never charged for anything. It didn't charge for the VR version. Because it was intrinsically VR. We're largely looking okay here. Up to autosave 5.
Well, I crashed.
Did you speed it up real fast? I let it go for a moment and then I
Enemy
slowly
vessels
ramped up the
detected.
speed.
No, I had it running at 8 times speed and just crashed out.
I haven't done yet. The reason I suspect that that got the C and D is by virtue of the fact that in the event where a particular production, if you like, is licensed officially, there's an exclusivity clause in that licensing process, which means that CBS/Paramount would be required, they'd be compelled to protect the IP. So they'd have to do CTDs, even if they like the project. It would be necessary for them to do so because of the exclusivity clause, which is tied in with an anti-competition clause. Now, I suspect that even if CBS hadn't wanted to issue a CTD to Stage 9, it would have been compelled to by the licensing agreement that it had already signed, I suspect. That's one of the unfortunate things about corporate contracts, isn't it? Parties are over. We'll do one more test on that, and then I think I'll probably end the stream. I'm going through about 3 hours. I think that's quite enough for me.
Yeah, I think we're at the end now, are we?
Of the stream, at least. I mean, I'll probably continue to do a bit of work.
I'm worked out.
I'm all done.
I think we made progress today, though.
Definitely, there's a lot of progress being made. One of the major crash issues has been resolved. Some of the building blocks to actually getting minor patches in place has been input.
Happy days. And everyone has enjoyed watching, I'm sure.
Of course they have. They're only human. Terrible headache now. Water or something.
Should do that.
If you have any questions, folks, now is the time. Because I'm going to be finishing in a minute. Bizarrely, we didn't get...
Game seems right now fine for me.
I think it just doesn't like it when you put all entities detected and then switch it to fast mode really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Could be.
Might be wrong. Especially, well, particularly on a vast map.
Yeah, I'm like trying a large map and I've done 8 times speed.
Weirdly, I didn't get any of the errors then.
Oh, thank you, Carl. It's very nice.
That's lovely, my man. Thank you. Okay. There are certain things that aren't spawning correctly. Abandoned shipyards is one of them.
We've located the enemy.
Then if we're going to be rid of those anyway, that hardly matters. Research stations appear to be. Oh no, look, there's this abandoned shipyard. That's spawned correct. Must be 2 entries.
Right, well, I'm calling it there,
We've
my
located
friends.
the enemy.
For the modding, at least.
Yep, I think that'll do for the day for modding. As I say, I might continue a little bit of work later on. There's a lot for me to do. We're well on our way.
Ooh.
We still have
Well, let me
STA3
go.
testers. Probably give them a poke.
Sorry. There's Caesar. The Nemesis multiplayer guys are probably up for it.
Anyways, do let me know if you're gonna do some more work on it, and then should be around somewhat.
Right, my bud.
Thank you, Rick.
Probably play some ships or something soon, even if nothing else.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to go do now. Play ships.
I think I'm done at the computer for a bit because I've got a bit of a headache. Can you capture those shipyards? Yes, you can, but that's probably going to be different in the future. Because it causes its own set of errors that I want to get rid of. But, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you've enjoyed this stream. I will be live again this evening, exclusively on Twitch. So if you're not already following me on Twitch, there's a link in the description below. I would love it if you would follow me there. If you really like the work that myself and indeed the team do, please do check out the links in the description below. I've got a Twitter down there. I've got a community Discord that I'd love it if you join. And last but not least, I would love it if you would check out my Patreon, because even a couple of dollars a month goes a massive amount of a way to keeping me fat. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
Bye.